Good evening and welcome to the Cabinet meeting of the London Borough of Hammersmith and Fulham for March. My name is Stephen Cowan. I'm the leader of the borough and I will introduce the Cabinet in attendance, starting over on my left.
Hello, good evening. I'm Councillor Rebecca Harvey, Cabinet Member for Community Safety and Social Inclusion.
Good evening, I'm Councillor Wesley Harcourt, Cabinet Member for Climate Change and Ecology.
Good evening, I'm Councillor Sharon Holder, Cabinet Member for Public Realm.
Good evening, Councillor Rowan Ree, Cabinet Member for Finance and Reform.
Good evening, Alex Sanderson, I'm the Deputy Leader.
Hello, Councillor Francis Ume, Cabinet Member for Housing and Homelessness.
Hi, good evening. I'm Councillor Zara Arkim, Cabinet Member of Enterprise and Skills.
That's great. And we have apologies from Councillor Bora Kwan, Councillor Andrew Jones, and is there anyone else? No, that's it. Okay, so please note that. Can I explain that this is being live streamed, so by being here, you are agreeing to appear on YouTube, and that is as normal. And are there any declarations of interest? No. Can I also welcome Councillor Alford, who is here representing the opposition? I'm sorry, Councillor Alford, very nice to see you again, and recognise that we have deputising for the Chief Executive, the Executive Director of Finance and Corporate Services, so welcome Savinda, and we have the Monitoring Officer, welcome Grant. So that's the whole house, and that's who everybody is. Okay, minutes of a meeting held on the 10th of February 2025, are they agreed? Agreed. Hammersmith and Fulham suicide prevention strategy. Can we move straight to that item, please?
Thank you very much. It goes without saying, every life lost to suicide is a tragedy with devastating impacts on the lives of many, and nationally rates are highest than they've been since 1999. Causes of death by suicide are complex and unique to the individual, though often it is possible to find common threads. Where we have noticed these patterns or themes, we've acted quickly to put support and training into agencies working with people who have particular vulnerabilities. We have a shared vision across our borough for suicide prevention and for residents to know how to get help and receive appropriate and effective support to stay safe at the right level at the right time. Our efforts focus on 4 key areas: investing in local support services, like funding the Listening Place to expand its capacity to help more residents in need, delivering our Reach Out campaign to raise awareness of local services, strengthening referral pathways between stakeholders to ensure residents receive tailored support at the right level, and providing suicide awareness training for frontline council officers, police and local enforcement teams, empowering them to assist residents in crisis. Suicide prevention in Hammersmith and Fulham is predicated on the belief that suicide is not inevitable and that working to reduce the rate of deaths by suicide is everybody's business, and that's what we're aiming to do with the strategy.
Great. Are there any questions on that, please? No? Well, yeah, I would certainly say that that's a very good introduction, Alex, and thank you for that, and thank you for the paper. We recognise that this is a very important issue. Can I ask, therefore, can I ask people to agree with this paper? Agree. Thanks very much. Moving on to the plastic-free policy refresh, which is looking at our plans to limit the use of plastic. So can I hand over to you, Wesley?
Thanks. Thanks. Excuse me. Thanks very much, Leader. So I'm sure a number of you can remember that we approved this a similar policy back in 2018, and this one very similarly refreshes and updates that particular policy. The purpose, as you were saying, Leader, is to remove the use of single-use plastics from council operations and to reduce the amount of single-use plastics by other users across the borough. This policy obviously sits alongside our council waste reduction and recycling plan and the One World Living programme, which is part of the Re-London, formerly London Waste Recycling and such like programme, of which we're part. The policy contains an updated action plan, targets and such like.
Any questions on the item? Yeah, can I just, we talked about, last time when we talked about this, there was, we've noticed an awful lot of pubs now start handing out plastic glasses. And if every pub did that, that would see it would almost reverse for plastic bag tax. That successfully saw the use of plastic bags drop. Do you want to comment on that?
Yes, we talked about that when we looked at this the last time, and we went away and looked at how we could do this, and looked at a number of pubs that are actually doing that. It's a few of them we actually think it may just be that's the ones that we go to after meetings, but it's not every pub by any means in the borough that takes that particular line. So we looked at what can we do in terms of licensing conditions and such like. And the information we received back from officers was that it was not an applicable route and that we didn't have the powers to enforce that under licensing. So what we've put in here is work with those particular pubs and such like to try and get them to take a voluntary pledge to not use that sort of plastic.
Okay, Councillor Alford.
Yes, it's more a question. I have to say I'm not a great pub goer, so please forgive. But surely quite a few pubs near football grounds, part of their licensing, I remember when I was on licensing, that it had to be, or shall we say, non-breakable utensils. Now, how does that work with this plastics?
Yeah, no, it's a good question, but that's not the issue that we were looking to address. I mean, but there's what appears to have happened in recent years. It's a recent phenomena. Is despite the noise about and the information available in the public realm about the use of plastic glasses, some pubs have started just handing them out at closing time as a means of clearing the pub. So there's hundreds handed out a night, tens handed out a night, which amounts to hundreds in a week, and a number of pubs seem to do it. So it would, given the success of national government in reducing supermarket plastic bag use, it seems that this is a new phenomenon that we just need to stamp out, and that's what we're looking to do. So we will come back to this issue, but it's something that we would say to every brewery, every pub, that they should not be doing this. They can find other ways to clear the pub. Of course, use plastic glasses if there's a football match or some other event where you need a non-breakable utensil to serve the drinks in. But if it's purely a means of clearing a pub late at night, then you're significantly adding to the environmental pollution. And we think most good businesses want to do the opposite of that, not contribute to that. So there are some pubs in the borough, which I won't name now, maybe we will in the future, that do that, that we need to stop. But that's, it seems like that issue has been looked at, but I think we need to do a lot more on it.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. On the same issue, obviously, the things like plastic glasses in crowded areas, like football matches, boat race and such like. There are types of plastic glasses, I've seen them in many occasions, which are reusable, they're dishwasher proof, etc., etc. So it's not as if there's any issue about them not being able to be reused. And so there's no reason why at those events that type of glass can't be used. And this also covers things where we actually sponsor companies and hire companies at various events for the council. Part of that contract will be not to use single-use plastics.
Right, if there's no more questions on that, is that item agreed? Agreed. I think we agree with the proviso. We're going to have to come back to this soon, because I think this paper is still, could still go a lot further, and we need to look at that. Okay, but that is agreed. Please note the forward plan of key decisions. That takes us to the end of the meeting, in which case I thank you for tuning in, if you did, to the March meeting, and wish you a happy spring, now that we're formally out of meteorological winter. Thank you.